Hello friends, welcome back to my gaming channel New York. So let's continue on our gameplay walkthrough of Tell Me Why. In the last video we played as Allison and Allison has been having some kind of problem since the end of episode 2 where that memory some kind of thing happened with and Alison had been having bad memories and we came to know by the end of last video that Tyler also has been having some problems. So it's like they can't stay apart without each other. Um, Michael is here to sort their problems and sort them out. And we are back to playing as Tyler again. And no, in the last video, we as Allison um, confessed to Eddie that it was Allison who killed Marianne and not Tyler. Okay, so let's continue.
Got everything you need, by the way?
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, I'm so gonna miss this.
Miss what?
Just hanging out and fishing and... I'm not gonna have a lot of time after we move to Juneau with school and the JC and everything.
Right.
So did any of the people you came up with at Fireweed land in Juneau?
I'm not sure. Once they left, I never really kept in touch.
Really?
We weren't that close. Everyone moved on.
People came and went a lot. And besides, everyone moves on eventually, right?
Not everyone. Not people who get so close they're like family.
I already have a family.
Well, there's a reason we think of families as trees. They keep on sprouting new branches and...
Hey, I think I've got a bite.
You got this. Reel them in.
Reel the line in before the fish gets away. How do I
Come on, pull up on the rod. Reel them in. Now give it a nice pull.
I got it.
Okay. We got a fish.
Got it.
Bravo.
We got a fish.
First of many.
Pace yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Thanks, Sensei.
Oh, hey, did you want to make solid plans to hit the buzzard hole? The river might ice over soon, so we shouldn't wait too long.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. I was planning to go Saturday. I'll pick you up on the way out.
Cool. I'll set my alarm to ass crack of dawn. You have this whole fancy bag just for ice fishing?
You don't mix and match. Ever.
Jeez, you don't mess around, do you?
Told you earlier. I'm a very serious man.
I should have said this earlier, but thanks for doing all this.
Don't mention it. Besides, I wanted to see if all this talk of yours was just that.
Your verdict?
You're doing pretty well, but don't let it go to your head. Still plenty of time for ego to get the best of you.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go.
And we got another fish.
Okay. How about them apples?
Oh, nice job. So, you weren't all talk.
Impressed?
I only see 2 fish in my cooler.
For now. So you gonna tell me what's in the cooler, or what?
I could tell you. Or I could watch you squirm a bit longer.
Ugh, you're a terrible person. You know that?
You betcha.
So I checked this, that, and that. Let's talk to Michael.
So, about last night. I don't know what Allison said, but from my side, well, I thought we were on the same page. But it turns out we weren't.
Hey, so don't tell her I told you, but last week your sister was almost unbearable. She was jumping up and down with excitement at you coming back.
Really?
You better believe it. Look, the last time you saw each other, you were kids. Just because things have changed doesn't mean you can't work it out.
We are too different. I pushed her too hard.
I know. It's probably my fault. I really pushed her last night. I just don't get why she always has to run away from everything.
You blame her?
Avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. She's so fixated on selling the house. It's like she's trying to bury the past. All of it. Even the good parts.
Look, I'm not picking sides here. Okay, but she's been murder house girl ever since it happened. Now she's got a chance to put it behind her and start fresh. Shit, I'd be pretty eager too.
I didn't really think about that. I was the kid who killed his mom. I didn't really think about that.
I guess I didn't really think about that. I've been so focused on my own shit. It's been hard, you know? Figuring out how to live out here.
You mean outside of fireweed?
Yeah. When I first got there, all I could think about was getting out. It felt like a cage. But after a while, it started to feel more like a shell. I figured out who I was in there. But now I've got to work out how to be that person out here.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, none of us really know what we're doing. Like, shit may look bleak now, but your sister's never gonna give up on you. And you can lean on me too if you want. Just be careful, okay? Got a bad left shoulder.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks for listening.
Don't mention it.
Don't
Another
you say
piece?
anything. I got this.
And another fish.
Oh. Whoa. Bam. 3 out of 3.
Well played. I got nothing. That was clean.
I'm a little disappointed. Can I ask you something kind of weird and maybe hard to answer?
Weird and kind of hard to answer my jam. What's up?
How'd you know you were ready to trust anyone enough to put yourself out there?
Okay. Yeah, that is a hard question.
Told you.
There's not really two ways about it. You gotta be willing to take a hit. Look, I stopped listening to the entire indie folk genre just because I was dumped at a show once. But I put myself back out there just like everyone who's ever gotten their heart stomped on. Because when you meet someone who really sees you, you don't have to pretend anymore.
Hard to argue with that. You still want to risk it with me? Hard to argue with that.
Hard to argue with that, but it's pretty risky, right?
I mean, yeah, but you only get so much time. So when I see a chance, I take it, even if he might shoot me down.
I would be dumb to shoot you down.
Yeah, that all sounds nice, but it's just not me.
A true lone wolf? I can respect that. Hey, you've been dangling that line an awful long time. Sure you didn't forget the bait? Here, watch a master at work.
Take it away.
Hey, you're missing the show. Whoa, careful now. You look like you might be enjoying yourself.
It's an act. But seriously, thanks, man. This is exactly what I needed.
Almost. It's just missing one tiny thing.
Chip, you read my mind. You know Allison refuses to eat anything cold in the winter?
It's their loss. From now on, you've got someone to call if you want to fish or slam a pint of Ben & Jerry's in the snow.
A pint? Small fry.
Okay. Among all the sad ones, this was still kind of a better one. And I think she is back at the old house.
We should try to do this again while I'm still in town.
For sure. You have my number now. Hey, Allie. I think I'll just show myself out.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't be. I'll see you two later.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's totally fine. We were done anyway.
Catch anything?
Mostly ice, but yeah.
Tyler, I'm sorry for freaking out yesterday. All of this, it's just been really hard on me.
Don't apologize. I was being an asshole. We should have never pushed you that hard.
Come here. God, why did I miss you so much? It's only been a day.
I've been told I have that effect on people.
You dum-dum. Okay, so I need to show you something.
What? You're kind of weirding me out.
Can we sit down for a sec?
So, what is it?
I was just at Sam's. He's not our father.
How do you know?
I asked him, point blank.
And you believe him? Arson's not his style.
I'm not surprised. Burning down the barn didn't really seem like a Sam move.
Yeah, I guess it was silly to suspect him in the first place. He'd never hurt Mary Ann's kids. There's something else. Look at this. This was taken in 1992 when Mary Ann first moved to Delos Crossing. See that ladder? Sam told me the barn has a loft. He helped her build it. Apparently she never told anyone about it.
And it's still there?
As far as he knows, yeah. What do you think? Should we give it a shot?
We've come this far. And a hidden loft? That's got secret shit written all over it.
Let's go.
Okay. We are back at it again. I don't think there is any use exploring this place because we have been here like a lot of times. Let's get back in the barn.
Ugh, what a mess. That's not gonna help us get this house sold.
Yeah, we got our deadbeat dad to thank for that.
So obviously the ladder's gone, but what about that handle? Is it still here somewhere?
There's a ladder here.
You want to take another look at the picture? It might help.
Show me.
Need to see the picture again?
What is this?
Nothing here. Just a regular old light switch. I thought I saw something right over here, but guess my mind's just playing tricks on me.
There's nothing in this room.
No lever. Man, this place is a mess.
If there was ever a time to find a magic portal.
For a second, I thought there might be another secret stash down here, but just a loose plank.
I think this is it.
The handle should be behind this.
Ah, there it is.
It's opening up.
The secret keeper always did store all the best secrets in the clouds.
Yup. Come on.
Well, that's way too high to jump. You want to give me a leg up?
I'm so not touching your nasty shoes. We'll find a ladder.
Here's the ladder. I saw this room, I think in a dream or nightmare or something like ending of an episode or some kind of thing. I saw this room.
Can you see anything?
Nope, nada.
Sorry about that.
Here, found a switch.
Holy shit. Well, that shaved a few years off my life. Whoa.
It's
Her story.
Look, she left us something.
It's got a combination lock with letters.
Do you think she hid the code somewhere in all this?
Knowing Mary Ann, probably.
Well, you want to do this?
Yeah. Let's start here.
Sorry about that. Okay, so this is the puzzle.
Do you have any idea what the code might be?
No. So we should probably see if Marianne hid anything before we go trying to guess.
That's the Pious Pelican spot. Crafty goblins go here. The wise princess goes in the big wooden house, of course. The moon hag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake. The mad hunter, always on the princess's trail.
We do not have the one for this one. It's the place we keep the collectibles basically.
Back in your pond, big frog. There you go, stalwart moose. The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously. We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. The old bear's gotta be in his ice cave.
And we have missed those two also. We missed quite a few.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know.
It seems like it's not doing anything. Maybe it's broken?
Or maybe we just need to solve the puzzles in order. We're not done with the other one yet. Tyler, we're not done with this one. We'll get to those later. Let's finish this one, okay? Recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
It moves. Oh. Some of these parts are buttons. It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference. A pink flower. The princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by the Gold Lady, according to the story.
Do you think the Gold Lady could have been Marianne's mom? I mean, she always used to say she moved to the end of the world to get away from her family.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. She ran away, just like the princess is here.
Does his smile look different to you? Huh. No goblins.
Yeah. In the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Marianne from something, but not in this version? The Mad Hunter still has two hands here.
So this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories, or after.
Yeah, at some point when she was running away from whatever the hell the Mad Hunter meant to Marianne.
Why do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother's castle. It looks like the princess is running away from it.
So Marianne ran away from home, and she grew up kinda rich?
Figured anything out yet?
I'm still figuring it out.
Nah, still figuring it out.
Okay, so I have to select some, deselect some. Let's check the image basically. No, I don't want to read it.
Well, here it is. Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know. Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Something about Marianne, right? Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
Okay, spot the differences. Never mind, that's nothing. I'm really grasping at straws here. It's just a random star. No special meaning. Even if the branch is a little different, I don't really... That's it. Whoa.
What's in there?
Pictures, letters. Have you ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
The Gold Lady. That was definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that.
Okay, so this one is the last collectible, and I did not get two collectibles. The Gold Lady.
The Gold Lady is the wise princess's cruel mother, who sent the Mad Hunter to drive the girl back to the palace.
Okay, and the Old Bear I did not.
The old bear is a mighty beast who lives in a beautiful cave of ice. He is in love with the wise princess, but she doesn't love him back.
Okay,
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
my birdie Polly, I'll miss you forever.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not her.
Okay, JBAC Jacksonville Ballet Art Competition 1978 first prize. Amala Arnett Talent Competition winner 1979. West Covina Ballet Olympiad 1981 second place.
Did you know she studied engineering?
No. It looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled, like someone tried to throw it away.
Okay, so she was not interested in it. Most probably her mother did not allow her to change. University of California, Berkeley. Major declaration, term fall, year 1984. Student name Mary Ann Ronan. Student ID 71228818. Phone number 2040371. Address 710 Lucky Lane, Apartment 3C, Kenningston, CA 94707. Original major engineer. New major visual art. Student signature. New major advisor signature. Marianne, I cannot do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit like it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all been too much to deal with, and I have realized I am just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own without your mom constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different. But the damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. I am so sorry. You're an amazing person, and you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we will both be better off apart. There I go with the glitches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but I am gone. Brent.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic? Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Okay.
You think the guy with her is Brent from the letter?
I would guess so.
Environment or economy? I think I checked all of this.
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
Okay. But I would like to keep this gold lady thing here.
Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle.
This one?
There's the gold lady again. She's all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Hey, I can move the piece next to the Gold Lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Well, some of them do anyway.
Maybe that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real?
Is the Gold Lady setting the animals free?
Judging from the broomstick, I'd say she's getting rid of them, not setting them free. Figured anything out yet?
I'm still figuring it out.
Nah, still thinking. The princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun?
Notice how unhappy she looks in all these pictures? I don't think she was having any fun.
She was ballet dancer.
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady. Figured anything out yet?
Nah, still thinking.
She's running away from engineering. I think.
What's the Gold Lady doing?
Whispering something into someone's ear behind the princess's back?
It seems like the Gold Lady's kind of stabbing the princess in the back in all these, right?
Yeah.
Is that it?
It's opening.
This is the first clue, I think. Oh, second clue. This is the second clue.
What's in there this time? Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's so young and happy.
Okay.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy.
T stands for Time Clock Repair. 633 G Bennett Drive, Juno, AK 69 AK 99852, Mary and Ronan. 4460 Vandross Road, Juno, AK 99852. Pay period begin date 8/7/6/1992. Pay period end date 8/10/1992. Earning gross earning 2,500.00. Reduction federal tax 36.25. State tax 155.00. FICA made tax 559.19. FICA SS tax 183.76. Net pay $1,565.80.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy. Oh, so that's how she found the house.
Here my Delos Crossing pals number 555-321-6663. I'll let him know you are interested in the house he is selling. Tammy. Okay. Salmonberry Park, Kodiak Island, Eco Village Arts Workshop.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it. So weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Mary Ann when the whole town was turning on us?
From the good people of Salmonberry Park, Kodiak Island, June 1992. Don't be a stranger. Keep on looking for those answers to the questions in your head, to which you're blind. Smiley face, Sally. We miss you already, Saul and Browen. Sorry, we are losing you to modern civilization. We will miss your positive attitude and your adventurous spirit. Also, your wild, edible speaking skills. Haha, pretty marvelous. Bon voyage, Marianne. Brick. Marianne, you had the warmest, most beautiful aura, and I know you will keep on shining wherever you land. Peace and blessing, Jarita. Thanks for being our little ray of sunshine. Godspeed, Cabot and Whitey. I like your pictures. Love, Kamala. And what is this big letter?
Her father.
5/17/1996. Marianne, I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I'll have to send you to your aunt and hope for the best. I am writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had our funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day. Friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m. and I am sitting alone in the kitchen table surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin Eddie brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in La Corner. You were there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years and can only hope you can make it to Alaska or wherever you are, and that you and your child are both safe. You made it to Alaska or wherever you are, and you and your child are both safe. Your mother has been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by your own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up, it spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock, dropping out of college and without a penny to your name. She only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly, Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end when the children leave home. Now you are a mother yourself. I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into people they are supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You have made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know, Dad. Okay.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before us? Do we have a long lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
Okay, we read that all.
This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. Some sort of clock? Some sort of clock? This is the princess's house. This is the princess's house. Some sort of clock?
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
That's the Gold Lady's castle. Yes.
It worked.
What's in there? Another letter?
The princess's laws. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
The princess is lost. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods and to the house with nothing left but her clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the mad hunter. The tree tore her rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her screen. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any mistake could cause it to fall from her arm and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where sun would catch its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling its beauty and running her thumb down its curve. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the wood, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way, she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was the safest on the pillow while she slept. One night the princess woke up to a raging storm. The wind howled against the wall, rattling the windows in the panes. Feeling a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm has passed and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other. though she perhaps gave the tiara even more thorough cleaning. Grateful that she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick twist, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning, she woke up and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay in the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room has changed. The pillow was exactly where she left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign of anything at all. She could have gone. No sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arm with a guttural cry. But though she tried to fix and polish it, it was gone beyond repair and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside and her gaze fixed on the sapling. She remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen and unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and the final scoop of dirt fell. The tiara felt truly gone, and with it the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess with a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a moon woman alone in the deep ancient woods. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. I think this was the story that she read her children.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest. Okay, so how do we open it?
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Okay, before we do this, I think I would like to read another story. I read this Goblin's Trick the Muskrat. Okay. The moose teaches the goblins. Let's read this. Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, the crafty goblins were hungry. This wasn't unusual. The goblins were always hungry, but today they were particularly hungry. They opened the wise princess's cupboards to look for a snack, but all she had was a small pile of nuts and berries and just one strip of dried fish. The goblins gobbled it up, but they were still hungry. They went out into the woods to look for more to eat. First, they dropped by the small pond. The big frog was asleep, and beside the pond was a pile of insects she had caught for eating after she woke up. The goblins crept up on the pile, careful not to wake the big frog. As she got close, she repeated loudly and they froze, but the big frog kept sleeping. So they grabbed up the pile of insects, gobbled it up, but they were still hungry. As they crept back into the woods, they found the stalwart moose watched them. Did you steal the big frog's food? The goblins tried to not to look guilty but failed. She said we could have them, they cried. Oh, really? Asked the moose. Let's ask her. So the moose spoke the big frog and asked, did you say the goblins could have your food? The big frog looked up at the goblins who she knew were always hungry, and nodded. Yes, I did. Really? Asked the moose, surprised. Frog nodded, and the moose sighed. All right then, he said. And he had let the goblins go. Their next stop was the river. They watched the old bear as old bears fight at a leaping salmon, catching it deftly in his large paws. He a lay it out upon a rock and left it to dry, lumbering into the woods to seek out some berries. The crafty goblins crept up to the rock carefully in case the old bear returned. They reached the rocks, grabbed the salmon, gobbled it up, but they were still hungry. As they crept back into the woods, the stalwart moose was once again waiting for them. Are you going to tell me the old bear said you could have that? Yes, replied the goblin. Old bear ambled up the moment and Moose ambled up at that moment and Moose asked him, did you leave the fish for the goblin? Old bear looked at the goblins who knew they are always hungry and nodded. I did, he said. Really? Asked the moose. Really, said the old bear. After Moose left, old bear said the goblins, be sure to tell the princess I was kind to you and don't steal my fish again. The goblins, still hungry, went out looking for one more meal. They crept up to the mangy muskrat lodge and began to climb inside when they were dragged right back out. The stalwart moose dangled them by the seat of their pants and said, now I know Mangy Muskrat didn't tell you that you could eat his food because he blames you for his coat being ruined. Besides, he barely has enough for himself and doesn't share with anyone. The goblins began to protest, but he shook his head. He set the goblins down and said, come with me. The goblins followed the stalwart moose to a part of the river where it ran slow enough for them to walk into it safely. He gave each of them a fishing line and said, I am going to teach you to fish, and so that when you are hungry, you don't need to steal from the animals of the forest. It will be hard work, but to be honest, the crafty goblins were not against working hard. They were just hungry, so they listened to the moose and stopped. Soon pulled wiggling fish out of the river, they ate them up, and finally they were no longer hungry. And that is how the stalwart moose came to teach the crafty goblins to fish. I will read this letter, the last story. Okay, so they were the O, the lambda, and the E.
All right, should be easy enough.
The yellow is O. The red one is the lambda. This one is the E.
Yes. Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Okay, this letter was left for them. 1 minute. Yeah, okay. This letter was left for them.
Ollie, she noticed. I was her son.
Dear Allison and Ollie, we write stories to understand and be understood, but what good is a story without The first act. I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Is that?
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Okay, looks like we are approaching the end of the game.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
We can keep looking.
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find. The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again? She fixed the roof shingles. She fixed the broken window. She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls. She turned the power back on. She repaired the water leak. She slapped the post with her tail to right it.
We actually fixed everything, but maybe the case was not that actually. It is not written what she fixed exactly.
Actually, I'm not sure. Or not. She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls. Actually, I'm not sure. Wait. All right.
Okay.
Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your eyes every time I try to have this conversation with you. So I thought I have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me for these past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old boy when you also have two small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hope for recovery, but It's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and it's the time has come. I would like to ask you one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I am gone. My poor boy put on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he is in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you, Carol? We did that, and let's do this one.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course, the goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Yeah, they hugged her.
They hugged the princess when she was crying. They helped fix the beaver dam.
I'm not sure about
Actually,
that.
I'm not sure. They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back. They removed a thorn from the frog's back.
No.
Actually, I'm not sure.
Stalwart moves, I did that. Old beer. Found the princess.
They broke open the beehive for the bear. Nailed it. Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located near the Oshia Glacier, catering to Gatineau Channel tourists as well as Delos Crossing locals. We specialize in an assortment of high quality products from home accessories, handmade souvenirs to personalized apparel and locally made art. The Pelican Crossing will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and the scene, craft scene and customers. In addition to a wide array novelty handicraft products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Vecchi store owner Tessa Vecchi and up and coming artist Maria and Roland. The business plan is prepared to obtain a financial financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and to help cover expenses in the first year of operation. In year one, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year two, we plan to generate a moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan, what do you think, Tessa? We did that. Then this one. The old bear's gift.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
Some roses, maybe? Fresh caught salmon? Hazelnuts? A handful of ripe berries? A newly bloomed bluebell? Some honey?
Okay, let's see which one of this he did not give. Fresh caught salmon, handful of ripe berries, a newly bloomed bluebell.
Maybe not. Wait. Hazelnuts. Or not. Or not. A handful of ripe berries? Actually, I'm not sure. A newly bloomed bluebell? Or not.
Yeah.
Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you weren't in. You were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know it's probably come on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You are strong and kind, and you know so much. It's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess after all that went to my head, but I want you to know I got the message and I'm gonna get out of your hair now. And there doesn't need to be any bad feeling. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop though. Let me know if you want me to come with you because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. Not no big deal, man. Okay, so he was like that old deer.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Some flour for the cake, maybe? Wait. What if they took some spoons?
Yeah.
Didn't they take some of the princess's clothes?
I don't think so.
Wait. Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit? Did they steal candy? I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs.
Let's read what they stole. Fruits and nuts and eggs. Spoons, plates, forks, knives.
Wait. That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
You are the best mom in the world, the prettiest princess. So I guess we are done. I just couldn't get one from here and one from here.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
I think we have seen everything. Okay, what about the other thing?
Baby blanket?
Oh, it's very blank.
He was so young. I wish he just explained all this to us.
Okay, I've seen everything. Seems like it.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.